Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm going to be starting my first video with a little bit of a January TBR. I am missing one book, which I'll be reading on my Kindle because I want to get it in paperback and it's just not available in paperback yet. I am starting off with The Stolen Heir, which goes to the Brutal Birthright series. I've already read Brutal Prince. I liked it enough to continue going on with the series. Her duology, There Are No Saints and There Is No Devil, took my heart and ran away with it. I love those. So I have really high hopes for the rest of this series. And then we have Mine for a Moment. I have read all of Catherine Maurer's books, all of them up to this point. I haven't gotten to read this yet, and I am so excited to read this in January. You guys really need to read them. They're very short, simple, quick, and easy reads. Next up, we have The Party by Natasha Preston. I own most, if not all, of her books. Not to say that I've loved all of them. I have loved pretty much all of the most recent ones, and so I'm very excited for The Party. And then I have Next of Kin, and I really loved Out on a Limb. And I know that this is her first book, so it's probably not going to be amazing, mind-blowing, or anything like that. However, I wanted to read this so that I could get to the next book, which is, I think, Next to You. I'm just so excited for it because I, again, loved Out on a Limb. And I think that this book is going to be really good too. Now we have Under Cold Moons, and I had quite a few friends recommend this to me. They got copies from the author before she published it, and they said that this is probably a fantasy book that I will really enjoy. I know next to nothing about this. I decided to just buy it because it's an indie author, and I really like to support indie authors, and my friend said that it was good. Next up, we have Hexed by Emily McIntyre, and I've read all of her books so far, at least in this series. And this book is thick, so I'm a little intimidated by it, but I think I will be able to get through this in January. It is over 500 pages long, which is almost double the size of her other books. I do like her other books. I think that they're good filler books at a minimum, and I'm very excited to see what this story holds. And finally, we have The Little Things That Kill. This book follows teens who unalive themselves and wind up in this like in-between place. I got sent this book by the author, and I am very excited to get to read this. I've read some similar books, and I think it's kind of going to be right up my alley. I really think that this is going to be something interesting, so I will have to let you guys know on that. And then my last book is going to be Sky Shade because I want to read book 3, know what happens. I know that there are more books coming out that people weren't anticipating, and that's fine by me. I don't really care. I just hope that the 4th book will wind up with like the complete and total answers, and I do hope that the bonus book is going to be maybe a what if she chose the other guy type of book. So we will see. I have high hopes for that, and I have high hopes for Sky Shade to be really good as well. But anyways, that is going to complete my January TBR. It's kind of a small TBR for me. However, I haven't been reading as much the last few months because I have been incredibly busy. So we'll see if I make it through 8 books, but I am very determined to get through these.